What up, Matt? Congratulations on the Aquaman Rage of Atlantis.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so is this your first round with the Lego World?
No, I actually did another one before. I did Gotham City Breakout, and but this is the first time I'll be directing solo because with that one I was working with Mel's Wire. So.
And how is flying solo? How was it?
It's been great. Yeah, I mean, I get a lot of support with. We have a great, crew of people, really fantastic storyboard artists, and Brandon is always there, willing to give like all his support and like guidance and everything. It's just been great.
You know, with the Aquaman movie coming up, everybody's like liking Aquaman now. But for a while, it's been like, oh, the guy that talks to fishes. That's all.
Right. Yeah.
So, how do you make Aquaman so awesome in this installment?
Well, really, it was like, first off, one, I've always been a fan of these characters. So I was a fan of Aquaman myself. Like, I really liked Nick Cardy's run. I really liked Ramona Frannon's run. And so we just kind of tapped into the love of that character and the idea that, just like you said, there's a lot of people out there that kind of assume that Aquaman is only the guy that talks to the fishes. Yeah. There's actually a lot of great stuff to him. So we would try to put that in that movie as much as we could.
Now, of course, the Lego thing comes with the comedy of disassembled or detachments, right?
Always, yeah. And I bought enough Lego right now. Trust me, I've gotten a lot.
Did you accidentally step on them?
All the time. It's very painful. Yeah.
So talk a bit about the story. What's Aquaman doing here?
Well, the story is actually we have like an invasion taking place, and we also have like a bad guy coming in who's part of the Red Lanterns, and it's Atrocitus who's just like an absolute monster comes in, and he's brought in because Ocean Master is hoping to actually exploit his friendship with Atrocitus to put himself in charge of Atlantis, and so that's kind of a challenge for Aquaman that he's going to have to face. So
are the rest of the Justice League members have to go underwater too?
They will, yeah. We have a lot of underwater stuff in here, and it's really interesting. Batman helped out with some technology, so don't worry, they're okay. Yeah.
Snorkeling, okay. Yeah. So talk a bit about the this is different tone, obviously, than the death of Superman, that we had yesterday. But when it comes to Lego movies, it's always like fun family comedy. Yeah. How do you make sure that you guys stay within that the parameters?
Well, I mean, one thing is that we do with these Lego movies is that we never make it a parody. We're never, this isn't like we're making fun of these characters or anything like that. It's like these are the characters as they are as Lego characters. So Superman is sincere. Aquaman it really is the king of Atlantis. We play it that way. There's many ways when you're doing stuff like this that you could make it like a parody and make it like we're making fun of those characters, but we don't treat it that way. And I mean, for myself, I read comics when I was a kid, so I love the idea that this is something that kids can watch and they can watch it with their family. It's like, to me, that's kind of staying true to what the characters really represent.
Last question. Is there any other Lego DC superheroes movie that you're going to be directing next?
We have a couple coming out, so yeah. Yeah.
No spoilers here.
I can't, yeah. You guys just got to keep watching.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So for my fans at home, what do you voice in this film?
So I'm voicing Mira in this Queen Mira to you. Yeah, this is like an exciting, I've been aware of Mira for a long time, but this is the first time I'm voicing her. So I'm very excited. I mean, it was really exciting to be able to do this.
So is she in this one like a voice of reason for Aquaman, like a guiding kind of?
Ish. I mean, she has her own story that kind of takes her to a darker side. Oh. So in the beginning, they're together, and then they each go through their own journey, if you will, their own crisis, and then they come back. But when she's in her crisis mode, she's a little busy trying to get a handle on things, so she's not really there as his right hand. But you feel the connection, the two of them. They like love each other, and you feel that throughout the film, and it's delightful.
Now, Aquaman is one of the Justice League members that people often belittle, kind of like, oh, he's the guy that talked to fish, So
I don't know. I think that's a good thing, talking to fish.
Yeah,
I think that's a good thing.
Cool power.
Very, very. Somebody asked how I prepared for this movie. Like I went and I lived in the water for 3 months, and no, I mean, it's like being this queen. Yeah. She's a dynamite character, and I've always loved Aquaman. I think he brings a lot to the story and to the screen, and it's a good time because he's got like a movie and a game and another movie and a game. So this is his moment, if you will.
The legends of today. Who cares about tomorrow? The legends of today.
Congratulations.
Legends of this morning. We've got about an hour left.
We have a legend until I'm a nap time.
Congratulations on Aquaman Rage of Atlantis.
Thank you.
Oh,
We're super excited.
It's an honor.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Now, with the movie coming out and now with this, what makes Aquaman like the lead popular guy now these days?
I think it's just that I think for us, we're always looking for that character that maybe people belittle or don't think of as a hero. And that is a great place to go like, well, how would I make him cool? As a writer, there's nothing more catnippy than going like, well, how would I make that better? And so we got to play with that. We got to play with that character and say, hey, how can we make it fun? How can we make this character somebody we'd want to see day in, day out?
And as writers, we also feel like the member of the Justice League who gets the least amount of attention and the least amount of love.
That's right. I see your Facebook posts. I know I'm not there.
And I stopped reading.
Yeah.
You know what? I wish I could talk to fish. Yeah. That's a great power.
Oh, yeah. I do talk to fish. They just don't.
They don't talk, right?
They don't listen.
They don't listen, yeah.
So talk a bit about bringing Jessica Cruz. That's also great.
Super exciting. She's kind of like the star du jour in the Green Lantern Corps.
She's the newest one. She's most green.
Yes. They figured that the 5 that they had, they needed more because Earth was just that dangerous. But Jessica is actually probably the most complicated and has the most character story arc because of her anxiety, you know, and the only reason you get a ring is not just your willpower, because your ability to overcome fear. So she's very fearful, but she has that ability to overcome fear, which I think is an amazing message. Somebody that actually is afraid, but finds the strength within to overcome it.
And that's what heroism is. It's overcoming fear. It's not like not having fear. Right. That's insanity.
If
you don't have fear, you have some problems. And, I mean, if you're still alive because you've been hit by a bus at some point. I'm not afraid of that bus.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll show it.
Probably should have been afraid of that bus. Just a little caution there.
Bravery is that whole thing of just being scared but doing it anyways. And I think that's the great lesson that Jessica Cruz brings to the Justice League and brings to the story.
I understand Green Lantern, Superman, and Aquaman doing their thing together, but Batman, is he going to snorkel or what's he wearing here?
Oh, we've thought of that, please. As professional screenwriters.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
No, he there's a reason he can breathe underwater. But even if he couldn't, he's still Batman.
Yeah. Battery breather.
I can hold my breath for about 30 seconds, which means Batman about an hour.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And he still has enough breath to play the tuba.
Yeah.
Not that he does in this movie. That was cut.
The spoiler.
Obviously, you got the funny down pat. I know Lego movies like this are always comedic compared to like The Death of Superman or Young Justice Outsiders, you know?
I think that one's funny
Death
too.
of Superman. And then 2 seconds later,
Talk a bit about the parameters that you guys set for yourselves tonally for this one.
Well, the tone is set by the Lego. I mean, not the. There's kind of a built-in silliness and whimsy to it, and then we are doing superhero jokes. We're doing it with affection. I mean, they're all jokes that clearly we know these characters and like these characters, or we wouldn't be able to do these jokes.